Well, is he going to make it in? For that matter, the guy in the other lane, Morgan Lucas, is not yet in. But this is Spencer Massey. We're talking the points leader right now. Let's show you the standings as they are at this moment, with Larry Dixon up at #1, followed by Schumacher and Worsham, and Doug Coletta rounding out the top 8.
We take a look at that bottom 8. You see Bob Vandergriff, Sean Langdon, Corey in 12th, but that big number at the bottom, the number 16 spot, Terry McMillan, a 4.13 with a 1.
Yeah, so we'll show you the not qualified, because Massey and Lucas are both on the line now. The Greek already has been on the line, didn't make it into the field. This pair will set the field for you. And the points, 62 points ahead of Antron Brown is Spencer Massey. But again, look how tight that is.
The DNQ would just really hurt right now for Spencer Massey, but from a driver's standpoint, he knows there's nothing he can do about the car. He just has to do his job and stay focused and get that car down the racetrack as best as it will go.
What a reversal this would be for Spencer. I mean, he has raced in every final in the playoffs. Now he's on the verge of maybe not making it in with his car that has been so dependable this year.
Well, you're looking at Morgan Lucas, Spencer Massey trying to get in. And here's the stat. I've looked it up. No drivers actually had a DNQ and gone on to win the championship during the countdown. It's kind of a new stat, but I got to give those numbers.
Well, and here's something else to think about. While Morgan Lucas is not in the field right now, he got in the field, but then he had an oil down. The number he ran was a 398. Disallowed only because of the oil down.
Well, right now it's much warmer conditions than when Morgan did run that 398, so that doesn't bode well for him, nor does it for Spencer Massey. We heard Spencer talk about in his interview. They just have to go down the racetrack. Any number, he just wants to be in the top 16. So I got to believe, based on that, you're probably trying to look at running between a 398 and a 402 right in that range to give yourself a little cushion.
90 degrees is the air temperature out there. Obviously, this is a very hot race, Dave.
Well, Mike, to give you an idea, the starting point for this was Dallas when the track was 130 degrees. They say right now, though, they have the fewest amount of weight on the clutch to start up ever. They've got the blower drive down as low as they can. They've got the thickest gaskets they can to try to slow this thing down to 60 feet. And obviously, they've adjusted the time and trying to do everything to get Spencer in the show.
See the track temperature at 129 degrees. Spencer will not make it. Spencer does not make it into this field. Looking for the number on Lucas. See if he doesn't make it either. Oh my goodness, neither Massey nor Morgan Lucas make it in. And you heard what Stat Guy said. In the countdown, no one has ever had a DNQ and gone on to a championship. Dave?
I was hoping to get a chance with Phil Schuler, one of the co-crew chiefs, obviously very upset. Just struggling, trying to figure out why that car would not get off the starting line, but very, very disappointed is the Fram team right now.
I tell you, it's just unbelievable what happened to Spencer Massey and that Fram team. As you go on board, the car just drove right up in tire smoke, and they did a lot of things to try to control that. I mean, they took horsepower away from it, took clutch off it, took timing, and lowered the compression to help take that horsepower away, but it never stood a chance. As soon as Spencer hit the gas, it just started spinning the tires way too fast and just drove right up into tire smoke, and at that point, there was nothing that Spencer Massey could do.
And a couple more looks for you this run. Right up into tire smoke.
Well, we also saw Morgan Lucas left side of your screen trying to get in the show also. He spun the tires way down track and backfired the supercharger and ended his weekend.
Two big names not in. We go to Gary Gerald.
The helmet comes off for Spencer Massey, and we have to ask just how bitter a pill this is for you to have to swallow.
It's pretty tough right now. I mean, we definitely wanted to qualify. We want to win this race, but not qualifying, that's kind of how it goes. Sometimes it's a drag and sometimes it's a race, and we came up on the drag into that side. But the Fram car have been running well all countdown. It's one of those things where you get in the bump in the road. Well, this is our bump. Hopefully the guys don't counter on what happened to us tomorrow, so we just look at the next race and get after it.
What were your nerves like as you were waiting for this opportunity?
A A little nervy, but truthfully, I mean, I was concerned, but not over concerned because we have what it takes. I know my job is the same every time. I know I better be perfect, especially that round, but I stood on the throttle, and next thing I know, the Goodyear hoops are going up in smoke again, and it's just a shame. We wanted to get the Fram car in the show for tomorrow to try and win the race. We got points to count for the countdown, and it's just one of those things. It's drag racing.
Thanks.
Yeah, it may be drag racing, but it is going to be very tough on Spencer Massey.